Welcome to video 2. Now in the first video, we looked at reconsidering pain itself. How we have this old view of pain versus the new view of pain that we're going to work on. And if you are open-minded and you're watching video 2, there's a good chance there's a couple things that I've said that may have resonated with you. I'm going to say for the second video, it does help to write things down. Whether you write things down because you're noticing them, whether you write things down because you have questions, whether you even just write things down because you're taking notes, it does help. Now in this video, we're going to work on reconsidering our recovery. Because if you're living with pain, you've been looking for that fix, the black and white answer that will get you pain-free. And again, I fully understand that. I've been living with persistent back pain for the last 14 years. And the one thing I wanted was to just get rid of my pain, to live pain-free. And that's great. But we need to look at what we actually want for our recovery. For my recovery, it wasn't just that I needed to be pain-free. I wanted to get back to my life. I wanted to get back to cycling, to be able to ski, to get back to playing with my kids, to be able to enjoy time with friends, and even being able to help my friends. Because it was so many years where I could barely move and I was exhausted and done by 10 a.m. I wasn't able to help them. And once I started finding my path through recovery, it's interesting because I've had some friends that are like, are you sure your back's okay? And I'll help them like do work around their house or move furniture or help them on their properties. And they're like, are you sure your back's okay with this? And I'm like, yeah, this is my recovery. And I know at the same time, my recovery also means that if I push too hard, and I overload it, my back is going to be sore because I do have something structurally going on in my spine. So when we reconsider what our recovery looks like, we need to be able to look at what we're missing. Not just that we want to be pain-free. We can kind of put that off to the side for now. We want to be able to look and say, what are we missing? Like, what is it that I used to be able to do that really takes from me that I can't do it now? That's what I want you to do. Now, I mentioned getting a journal, being able to write things down. Your homework for today, apart from the breath work that we're going to do in a moment, is to write down the things that you do miss doing. Now, some of them are going to be realistic. Right? Some of them, like if I look back 30 years and how I used to cycle and ski, those aren't quite as realistic for me anymore. I do know if I go for a 60K ride on my road bike, which does sound crazy, my back is going to be really sore for a few days because I do still have structural issues in my spine. But I know that I can get back on my bike. And if I really want to ride that 60K, I can work towards building up the strength and ability to do that because I've done all the work so far. When we look at that idea of reconsidering pain, I want you to add in, and we've kind of already talked about this old view of pain versus a new view of pain, where there is the idea that all pain is structural. And now we're adding in that there's this overprotective sense that adds to our experience. And we don't really know how they play with each other in terms of amounts, but I like to say, if you do have something structural going on in your body and on scans and on tests, they have found something, you maybe have a 50-50. So 50% could be structural, your pain experience, but 50% of your experience might be that neuroplastic aspect where there's a overprotective nervous system. Do you want to work on that 50%? I'd say yes, because if we can lower our pain by 50%, then be able to build that strength with the structural aspect, which we're going to talk about in the next video, You might get your pain down 80%. And if you're 20%, that's pretty dang good, right? So what does your recovery look like to you? Now, in the first video, we went through the breath. We talked about the exhale. We talked about the inhale. We experienced how that breath works. And I do hope that you took that time to take 30 seconds, 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes to bring that awareness back to your breath. Because as I mentioned, you always have your breath. So let's get into the breath work again. I want you to go and find a comfortable place to sit or maybe a place to lay down. We're going to get started and work a little bit deeper on that breath. What I want you to do is close your eyes. Find your exhale. Feel how that exhale lets your body soften. As your body softens, I want you to feel whatever surface you're on, whether you're sitting or laying down, that surface is supporting you. That's giving you your foundation, your stability. Your exhale allows your body to feel a little heavier into that. Now, your brain will try and help you. Totally understandable. However, I want you to put that off to the side. I want you to have patience. I want you to just notice your breath. And if your body starts pushing into a sensation to try and get more comfortable, just notice that. Don't build on it. Just notice it. Because as we exhale and we feel that connection to our foundation, I want you to scan your body. Starting from your feet, moving up through the legs, into your pelvis, your hips, your lower back. There may be a sensation that you found. It might be a very obvious one. It might be a niggle. But what I want you to do is just notice it. Don't analyze it. Don't judge it. I want you to just notice it. Can you, instead of taking the word pain, give it a different word? Does it feel kind of stabbing? Does it feel like it's kind of burning? Is it a pressure? Anything. And just notice it, because laying down or sitting didn't cause more tissue damage. But I want your body to be able to notice the sensation without pushing it away or trying to find a more comfortable position. Now, disclaimer with that, if that sensation does get strong and you need to move, please by all means move. Okay? But because it's not easy sitting with that sensation, we're going to be building on that a little bit. But I want you to just notice that sensation. You can move on. Notice, go up through your spine, out to your shoulders, up through your neck, right through to the crown of your head, back down through your jaw, out to your hands. Noticing if there's a sensation. Giving it a different name, labeling it differently. Don't judge it. Don't analyze it. Now coming into your inhale, take your hands to your belly. Feel that breath. Find that little bit of space, maybe some lightness. And I will put another disclaimer here. Your inhale sometimes will trigger your pain sense of overprotection. Because as we live with pain, We want to control it. We want to either push it away or push through it. We're going to talk about that more in the 12-week program because it is a big part of that picture. But when your pain, your nervous system feels that you're going to let go of that control in just the smallest bit, it may clamp down. So if that sensation in your body gets a little bit stronger because you've connected to your inhale for a brief moment, honestly, that's a good direction. It's a good awareness to build. The nervous system's trying its best to protect you. And you've been able to let go for that brief second. It clamps down and you can say to it, that wasn't a tissue damaging movement. That was trying to find this better spot. That's that path to recovery. So we're going to sit, relax. I know it's not easy to relax, but notice that exhale. Feel how you can find that grounding. A lot of times, that sensation of feeling more grounded, the nervous system goes, yes, I can do that. You're paying attention. This is safe to feel grounded. The inhale can be a little trickier because we kind of let go. We allow for a little bit more ease. Sometimes the nervous system says, no, I need to just keep that protection level on. Keep paying attention to your breath. Give yourself that experience. If you're breathing, you're laying there, sitting there, that wasn't tissue damage. It's not a great sensation. I fully understand, but we're not staying here much longer. We're just going to take another few breaths. Give yourself that chance to scan the body, noticing if your sensation has changed. We want to be outcome independent. We want to be able to notice a sensation and say, yeah, it's there. I don't care if it goes away. I don't care if it gets worse. I know that's not an easy thing to do. It's practice. Remember in the first video, I talked about how this is the practice. This is the practice that gives us the ability to pay attention in our daily life. So opening your eyes, wiggling your shoulders, wiggling your hips, wiggling your fingers. If you want to stretch the arms out, you can. But your homework for today is to, again, pay attention to your breath. Give yourself that scan. Notice if there's a sensation. Notice the sensation. Don't analyze it. Don't judge it. Focus in on your breath. 30 seconds, 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. That's your homework. And I will see you in the next video.